Hello everyone, this is Monsef Afker, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of Your Divine Uniqueness. Yeah, as always, happy to connect with you live or with those of you on the replay. And also very happy that Donna Hill is back on the show. Um, she joined us over the past few years in almost every season, and how to say, I really love her message. It's very inspiring, very powerful, and we get a lot of clarity about um, the energetics of what can be going on, whether in our personal life or collectively, and how this can affect us, and also how can we like navigate the constant changes that we are experiencing as a collective from a sovereign state, from an empowered state of being, and bring our how to say like share our gifts with more confidence, with more trust. And yeah, so and also I really loved my experience with her on because I received several one-on-one sessions, and they were quite powerful, like from the guidance I received through the energetic healing. So yeah, so happy she's back on the show. And for those of you who are new to her, she is a soul reader, angelic channel, practitioner of light and sound healing, divine wisdom code activator. And the subject today is self mastery in times of uncertainty, how to get unstuck and get creating. So yeah, that's a very powerful subject. And also we'll have a Q&A after that where you can ask Donna your questions. So if you are on Zoom, you can raise your hand by pressing react, then raise hand. If you are on the phone, you can press 9. And also you can type your questions on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. And yeah, so with that, Donna, welcome back to the show. Happy to have you with us.
Oh, thank you, Monsef. It's always lovely to be here.
Yeah. Wonderful.
I
Yeah,
see some friends on chat.
yes.
That's lovely. Welcome.
Um, so yeah, in the beginning, maybe I would love if you can give us a brief introduction to your work and yourself, so those who are new to your work can have maybe an idea about that.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
So, let's see. When I was a little kid, I was telepathic, and I really didn't figure that out until I was about 32. So, what did that mean? I remember projecting um, information to my mom, and there was a wall there. And that was so bizarre to me as a little kid. And I think there's a lot of folks on the call that have that. And we're within the next few years, we're all going to be telepathic anyway. I really feel that that's true. Right. So, and how does that come through? That comes through as just knowing what someone's saying, right? Or getting a sense of where they're coming from, right? So if someone tries to lie to you, it doesn't ring true. The words will say something, the energy will say something else, right? So that's also, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. If people have questions about that. So I came in as a natural healer as well. And when I started looking at my own stuff, because I came into a very tumultuous family, I had a lot of trauma. I fell in love with the healing arts and I couldn't get enough. And alongside of that, there was a sense that there was something bigger going on. And I was a part of it, like a greater intelligence, something like that. And when I started committing to working through, I had a lot of depression. I started having spiritual experiences and experiences of bliss. And that engaged me in looking deeper and looking into the bigger picture and how I fit in into that. This is a lot of years ago, at mid 1980s, I guess. So, and through the course of my life, I continued to, work on my shadow elements as well as take a lot of different types of training But as soon as I got a little tool here and there, I was offering it to people even before I was formally trained. Like to me, because I have this ability of seeing into the soul, seeing into what's going on, and this knowing how to shift things for people, became very natural to me. And then I've done a lot of different types of modalities as well. I worked with crystals. I work with nutritional elements to take care of the body, the theta healing. I very much liked Kenji Kamara's quantum light weaving. I did a lot of that kind of work. I did a lot of body talk. And over the course of, my life, because I guess I'm a crone now, right? I'm part of the old age club for, I found my own way of holding space for people. And my version of healing, how I understand it, is I hold space and attune into your soul frequency, so your higher self. And then there's a process where there's some awareness comes through. It's actually your higher self that does the healing, right? So I'm an intermediary or a way shower. And that's my role in all of this. And there's funky little um, you know what would we say, modalities to use. I use them sometimes, but mostly it's holding space for movement into a bigger, say, a bigger room, more light, more sound, right? Like more upliftment, that kind of thing. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It does. And yeah, thank you for the introduction about your story. And so I'm talking about the times of uncertainty, and the part of it is maybe the stories that we've been creating, or the images we have about what we want to create and how we want to create it, or when it will manifest. Like those things feel like changing, and sometimes we can be either confused, or we have this uncertainty toward our future, because it feels like walking into the unknown, and also the ways that things were working out in the past, like the creation process is being changed. So what's your perspective about that change that we are experiencing collectively, and what will be your advice about navigating that?
Mm. So it's coming to this place of getting comfortable with uncertainty. It comes down to that. So I am soul, I'm a spark of the eternal oneness, and this is where our creativity comes in, and then it manifests into our physicalness through our heart or various areas in our body. Like soul can be in any part of our body. Usually it's in our heart area, but soul can occupy any part of our body, right? So this is the higher part of who we are, that consciousness. And when we align with that more and more, that's when we're able to navigate something unexpected come up. And sometimes it's a really good thing that comes up, and it's like, oh, I wasn't prepared for that either, right? Because manifesting times are very fast right now. What's happening in the collective is, I mean, we've lived with uncertainty in our physicality for so many years with the lockdowns. And so there's a lot of grief and loss with that, because the way that I experienced life 5 years ago is not the same anymore. And some of the things that I absolutely loved have fallen away. They're not the same, they've changed. And so the question then is, how do we retain flexibility? And it's even a surrender process as well. It's okay, so here is issue, whatever it is. Like the way I'm manifesting money now is different from even 6 months ago. Right? Things like that change. It can be very unnerving. So then the key is to, of course, remain very grounded. That's a very powerful, that's how we step into the physicalness, is being grounded. And then we move into our heart center to tap into our own internal wisdom. What's my next step? Can I get clarity on my next step? That kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does. And yeah, like we hear that question a lot, also in the show many times, like asking that they know they have gifts, but they don't know where to start, or maybe what is their next step in expanding what they are already creating and sharing. So it's more about like finding a way to get more clarity about just the next step and then move one step at a time.
Mm-hmm. Clearing the way.
Yeah.
So what are the things in me that are stopping me from going to my next step? So don't ask for something unless you want it is kind of the thing as well too. Because what I found is like, oh, I'd like, let's see, soulmate clients. And then here they come and they stretch me and I have to step up and I have to make changes and I have to really look at where, how am I contributing? All of these things. So no matter what kind of change we make, even if it's for positive, there's still that area of we're being stretched. We're growing in ways, like for me, I'm growing in ways I never thought possible. And that's part of the uncertainty. And that's part of just trusting, looking at us. I made it through this far. This is how it worked out serendipitously. I have many stories around how things were almost miraculous and how they turned out. And for folks who've listened to me before, I have talked about them. So it's clearing the way for, what would we say? I allow. So everyone, if you open your hands, palms up, we're going to open your hand chakras. And you can say, I receive that which is for my highest good. Okay, so now we started an energy process going. So what happens then? All the oh-ohs, all the oh you shouldn't, all the oh you can'ts, those kinds of things start coming up, and we're working with everybody to help clear them. So it will build the energy up for everyone as well. The other thing too is when people have gifts and they want to explore them, it's really important to hold that sacred. We're sacred beings. These are sacred gifts. So when exploring that, be very selective who you're going to share that with. Right? Like very few people know I'm a healer. Why? Because it's sacred. It's sacred to me. And what happens is the folks that don't believe that, they're going to come along and create doubt for you, right? We don't need that. We want to go in places where we're honored. So share only with the few people what you're creating, people that will honor you and support you. That's very key. Very, very key.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It can help maybe in the beginning to build that self, how to say, like being independent from like the opinions of others, because especially in the beginning when we are starting to build that trust in who we are, in our gifts, it can be very easy to be affected by others. And once we build that self-empowerment and self-sufficiency, then that's
absolutely
it. Like others won't have any effect on us. Annette, please turn your volume up. Okay, I'll do that. And yeah, so yeah, the next question is because we have the gifts, so there is the energetic part, the spiritual part, but also there is the physical part, which is the body. And many times in the spiritual communities, we focus mainly on the spiritual aspects and we forget our body. But it is also sometimes we can receive messages through our body, and it can be part of the intuitive guidance that we are receiving. So how can we include it in that and give it like also its importance.
Yes, well, there's two ways to answer that question, and hopefully I can answer both of them. So some of us are kinesthetic. That means we feel things very deeply, right? So this is a clair, and it seems like so many people say, well, I'm not clairvoyant, so I can't do energy work. Well, everyone has the clair that's the most powerful for them, right? And so that whole, like I get information through my body as well. But so I really have all the clairs, but they're not all developed yet fully. And we'll all get there with that. So the important thing is to be comfortable with whichever psychic ability, whichever clair that you have. So because this is part of your discernment then. So not everybody is clairvoyant, and that's okay. So that's the first part. And then and that part has to do with paying attention to what's the information coming in into the body, and is it a trigger or is it actually information? And sometimes it can be both. Sometimes it can be both. So, and that's okay too. It's to get clear. So it's a lot about getting clear about what's the information that is in my body, and how do I get that information in a way that makes sense to me. And our soul is always there with us to show us the way. If we open up and just say, so one of my, show me clarity. And it's like, what's this all about? Right. So I'll talk to my high self or my guides. What's this all about? Right? Is it mine or someone else's? There's another one. This is a big one for a lot of us empaths. Is it my stuff or someone else's? And usually that shows up in the solar plexus. So for everyone on the call, we want to clear everybody else's stuff out of our energy fields. Could be our kids, our boss, doesn't matter. Empaths, a lot of us, until we learn how to really master this, are taking on other people's stuff. And it's a wide radius, radius. And I don't have my hand on the actual research, but they found that people, like within a 10-block radius, if you live in a highly populated area, you will have access to what's going on energetically in people's lives. And so it's really important not to take that on and own that. Just because I feel it doesn't mean it's mine. Right? So an example of that is the speedometer is not the speed, right? It's just an indicator of the speed. So I can still observe what's going on without having it resonating in my body, in my tissues, in my stomach area, in my solar plexus, or any other place. So it's really important for folks to recognize mine, not mine, and then have some way to clear it. And you can just say not mine, return to sender or something like that as well. So the second part of that question around bodies and feeling and sensing into information is essentially is about us coming into our body, not leaving our body, not escaping planet Earth, and all the things that are going on outwardly that create more uncertainty, or things look chaotic. Instead, we want to come in to our body, into our second chakra, the Dantian. That's where we bring balance. And we do that by grounding. Grounding is really important. So for everybody, you can put your hand around your navel and you can say, I am here. I am in my body right now. Okay, we want people to come back in. So, and sometimes this relates to a lot of different things. Why am I not in my body? There could be a lot of things, like grief and loss, soul contracts. Sometimes we agree to carry something for someone. There's that. But ultimately, when the programming, so we'll say, what happened in our life? What happened in our family of origin? Right? So something that was upset that somehow we had to make sense of and make decisions about that no longer make sense from an adult point of view. Like we make the best decisions within the time that we have, right? The time, space we have, like at age 2. something like that. And that's encoded in our physicalness as well. It's encoded in our cellular memory. It's encoded in various areas of our body. And I work quite extensively with the body. And if you look at my package, there's about 5 or 6 of clearings specific to the physical body, our physical bodies. And I'm clearing my body constantly, clearing my knees, clearing my ankles, right? Back the head, back the neck. So we want to start clearing sort of personal story, which has its, seeing, feeling, sensing, knowing. We encode the story through our 5 senses, but it gets encoded in our body. And then we have to look at the DNA and what was passed down ancestrally, and that can also be cleared fairly quickly. It can be cleared quite quickly because it's not our stuff. We didn't create it. So it's just stuck in our DNA. It's passed on through.
Tatiana, sometimes your mic gets unmuted. Can you please check that? Sorry, Donna, for the interruption.
Oh, no, that's okay. Yeah. It happens. So we come back into the body. That's okay. So the body has some wisdom. Body can support us if we allow it. So I am here. I am now. I am. I'm here in my body. There we go. And that's starting to feel more peaceful right there. Oh, it's okay to be in my physicalness. Right? The body is a temple. And as we navigate these times, it's really important to get adequate sleep, as much sleep as is needed for you, to get deep, restful, relaxing sleep. And especially this helps with integrating. A good diet, a good nutritious diet, as much as you can. And, you can bless your food. It will bring the energy up, will bring the nutritional value up. Right? Lots of nice, clean water and grounding. Being in nature if you can. For us here in Canada, where 6 months, it's no fun to be in nature because it's very cold. And in summer, it's a lot more fun because it's light out all the time. The sun's up from about 4 o'clock until about 10:30. So it's my favorite time of year. Anyway, I hope that helps. Give people some, and I'm just looking at what I agreed to talk with you guys about. It all comes back, I think, to what brings me the most joy. We're going to do that anyway, I feel, no matter what. And that's the key to our gifts. I listen to music because it brings me joy. Now, does it further me? It does, because it brings my energy up. It's fun. I love it. That kind of thing. So, but it could be anything for people. Explore what makes you happy. Do the things that you love. These are keys. These are very powerful keys to moving forward. So I'm going to do it anyway because I love it. Right? I'm going to do the healing work with people because I love it. And I have been for, so many years. Now I'm doing formally as a business. But I used to offer healing to people whenever I felt, called. I would do that. So I hope that helps.
Yes, it does. Thank you very much. And I love when that you mentioned about focusing on what we love, doing what we love, because many times we give more attention to the things that we don't like or that don't work out, and we forget to give more energy to the things that bring us joy, the things that we love. And the more we do that, the more we see more of that in our life. So thank you for that. And
you're welcome.
And also talking about like creation and sharing our gifts, walking our unique path. Many they talk about soul contracts as part of that, and agreements that we may have with our other beings. So can you please talk about that, and why do we need that, like such contracts?
Okay, so soul contracts, there's many levels to soul contracts too. So we want to clear the soul contracts that are no longer serving us. And they could be agreements that we have with other beings, other people, incarnated. So one of my longtime clients, her agreement was to, clear up all the we would say karmic patterning with her husband because they'd incarnated so many times. So there were soul contracts there that needed to be cleared. Right? So there's that element of it. Now, what did we come into this life to do? That's another agreement. That's at a lot higher level, right? Like that's my soul, that's the being, that's the truth of who I am. And that can evolve very easily if we do effective spiritual practice daily. What does it mean? It's tuning into my higher self, tuning into my spiritual guide. So what's the news for today? How can I serve? Wayne Dyer was big on this. How can I serve? How can I serve? Right? So it becomes about service in the higher levels. And then help me make this real. Help me manifest this into my physicalness so that clients show up, or so opportunities show up, whatever it is that you came here to do. If you're not clear, there's a lovely process with the 8th chakra, which is above the head, above the crown chakra, where what we agreed to do in this lifetime can come through. So we can clear that up, open that up, bring that energy in. So I'm starting that process with everybody right now. But it's also encoded in our DNA. Right? It's encoded in many different places in who we are. So how do we uncover it? That's one of the ways. We can go in directly into the body and clear out. When I cleared out my depression, then there was a lot of gifts that opened up for me pretty quickly. I can be that. And depression was very much about not seeing, feeling, sensing, knowing that my future was brighter than how I saw it. Depression is really you're caught up in the past, all the historical stuff. So we do have to clear out this story, like the personal story, all the things that happened. We do have to clear that out so we get more clarity. That's part of the process. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Donna. And
You're welcome.
would you like to share something else about the subject, or can we move to taking questions from the audience?
I'm happy to address questions.
Okay.
Sure.
So we have Rebecca. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hi, Donna.
Hello.
Hi. I'm just looking for more clarity at the moment of my next step. And specifically, I've been having an intention of going to South America, and I've started looking at some options there. And then getting a little scared, I guess, or uncertain and not sure about the financing. But there's an option that's come up in August that I've been looking at, and I'm just wondering if you have anything there about clarity on whether I should just go for that or there's another option later.
Okay, so we'll speak some light language for clarity for you, Rebecca. So big deep breath. And for everyone, if you'd like to support her as well as we'll bring more clarity for you as well. What's the big decision that you want to make that you're uncertain of? So here we go. Shonpirki kisho, lololo kobogosho dodegue, fugokusho, Lelelo gogoe pepiki. Lelelo gogoe shakukule. Hombalalo loro gogoge. Shombe kukushu dudugu. Shumbe de kukukushu de kebe. Ooh, my goodness. Okay, so there's more. Shimpikikili, ogugu, alalagugu, alalagugu, alalagugu. There's a lot of gugus. All right, so then we come back to right here, right now, South America. So think about that. All right, so we're going to resonate, everything that resonates with South America. We're going to move that energy. So bring it up, 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 up. Okay, good. Right. So what I do, one of the things I do is, so here you are, you're, I believe, in New Zealand, Rebecca, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I remember you on. So we resonate you and your excitement about South America, and then we resonate that area as well because it's calling to you in some way. And then we make the transition over there. Energetically, we can do that. It's called soul travel. You can go there and hang out for a bit. Right? So you can do that in contemplation. So, and this is especially, so this is one of the things I'll mention for everyone as well. So we're still playing with the energies with you, Rebecca, as I'm talking, is there is some uncertainty in the field right now. A lot of people were saying they feel like they're between two worlds. And so it's, how would we say this? It's almost like being in a void, or it may even feel like one foot is in one reality and another is reaching for another reality. And to me, that's a collective shifting in some way. Right? It's all of a sudden, everything's uncertain, but we're moving. We know we're moving. It's like traveling between two cities. So you've left one city, you're still going to another one. You're on the road, right? It's like that. So for anyone who's in that place, we want to really honor you because this is a very opportunistic way of being. Like we're holding space for ourselves and really holding faith, really surrendering into that. And then we see where we end up. And it could be energetically. It could be, all of a sudden a health condition shifts. It could be something like that. It could be for Rebecca, all of a sudden you're in South America and it was effortless getting there. Right? So we want to hold that for everybody. And that's one way to create a clear vision. And so I see myself there and then play with if it feels right, if it sounds right, if it looks right, depending on your psychic, like tune into your psychic gifts, your intuitive gifts, your knowing. Is this a good move? And then what I do as well is I say to my guides, if this isn't the right direction, if this isn't the right choice for me, stop me. Stop me. Right? So we're asking our soul guidance to come in. And what would that look like? All of a sudden, it could be a number of different things. Like for you, Rebecca, it could be, I just don't feel like it anymore. Or something more exciting could open up. That's how we stay on course. It's guide me, show me, teach me. My soul wants to communicate with me. Our guides, our healing team, the angels, all of them are here for us and can be in really big ways, really, really big ways. And for those of you who are ready, you can say, I agree, or I allow. More direction, more insights. Teach me in ways that I can understand. Our soul always teaches us metaphorically, even in ways that we can understand. So what does that look like or feel like for you? And tune into that a little more. And it could be a night dream too. So all of a sudden, yeah. So lots to play with. It's usually not just, it's in my face, I'm going to go do this. Sometimes, but usually it's an uncertainty and then it's working toward that. And how do we find the answers? So I hope that helps.
Yes, that does help. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rebecca. And thank you, Donna, for the guidance. And
You're
we
welcome.
have a question from Vivian. Hi, Donna. I appreciate your support to self-mastery. Do you see a way for me to get an income with my creative writing? Can I get clarity for my next step? Love, Vivian.
Okay, thank you, Vivian. So that's a good question. And we're going to work with her knees and we're going to speak light language. So, and I would also encourage people, I'd like to do some mini healings with people too, as well. So not just how can what does it look like in my future? Because I'm really not a psychic. I'm more of a, we want to move the energy in that direction so you get your own insights and information. Right? So for Vivi, we're going to speak into your, let's see. I'm playing with your right knee. I'm tapping your right knee. We're going to speak into that. That means moving forward metaphorically. That's how it shows for me. That's how I interpret my intuitive information. So pikakushukue pipikile la 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 go 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 shadiki diki go bomba la 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 ge 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 shukaku duduku dudikishi shumpekaku la 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 shumberege 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 shumberege. All right, so and then we're going to clear your crown chakra. Shobi vikiki vikiki shikiki kikiki sho shenirukube babalalalo. So I want to clear the way for you to do more writing, and then decide whether you want to move in that direction more. So when we want to open up all your gifts, so you have lots of options, not just one. Open doors, open doors, open doors, open doors for everyone. We want to open the doors for you. Options, lots of options. We're in an infinite field of abundance. Tapping in, right? There we go. Big deep breath, everybody. I'm here in my body. I receive. I'm open and I receive to direct communication from my high self for the best possible outcome. We're just going to let that move a little bit for everybody. Okay, there we go. So we're going to clear everybody's back. It's get off my back. There's something about that for everybody. And sometimes it's our own naggy self. So we want to clear any tapes. Right? So any bad you shouldn't, you can't, don't bother, any of that out of the mental, out of your fields. There we go. Right. And I'm going to do this right now. So everybody that's ready, you're going to, like how I do this is I actually make a fist, right hand, and go, I'm going to create this. Very intentional. I'm going to do this. And that has to do with grounding. That's bringing all the energy. I'm right here in my body in this now moment. I'm going to create this now, right now. I'm going to move toward this goal. There we go. And how does that feel when you're strong in your intent? Everyone take note of that. How does it feel? What does it look like? What does it sound like? There you go. So we're opening that up for everybody. I intend to do it no matter if I know how or not. I just know I'm going to do it. The how's going to fall into place. That's our higher self's job, is to clear the way for us. Right? So I hope that helps. So you got writer in you all over the place, for sure. For sure you do. I see that. And if you enjoy it, do it. Basically, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Donna, for the healing.
You're
And
welcome.
and guidance. And Vivian, also thank you for your question. We would love to hear your feedback. You can type it on the chat. And let's see, we have Sue on the phone. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hello. Hi, Monica. Hi, Donna. My name is Sue.
Hi.
I've been having a problem grounding lately, but I think part of it is I started with this horrific pain all on my left side of my body. Started with the knee, now it's up to the hip flexor part. And for no reason, it just kind of started. And that just set my whole body off into a tailspin where I've lost weight, can't eat right. Went to the doctor, took an x-ray, everything was fine. Can they maybe put why this happened like all of a sudden within the last month? Never ever had a problem with pain, joints, nothing.
Okay. So we're being upgraded all the time. Yeah. And so what happens is then this stuff comes out and our body goes, oh, opportunity. Look at all these energies here to assist. So, and sometimes it can be painful. So, okay, so we're going to speak into that. I really feel like I want to sing in tone. I'm not sure if it's going to come through in the recording, but I'm going to go ahead anyway. The energy will come through in the recording. People may not hear it clearly, the sound clearly. It doesn't matter. It's going to come through exactly what's needed. Okay, so big deep breath, everybody. I am here, I am now, I'm in my body. Oh, more. Okay, way up here. All right, so sometimes it takes a while for me to find the tone. So this is calling back soul fragments. It's tuning you back into your soul, the highest part of who you are. And right now that's coming into your center of your chest. That's the high heart. Right? So that you've left your body. So we need to clear a lot of different timelines that are no longer valid. We're going to do this for everybody. I was looking at this the other night. So we're going to clear all those timelines where we no longer need to be participating. Because ultimately, at some point, we're all going to be on the ascension timeline. So we want to clear all those lower timelines. We're doing that now with everybody. So interdimensionally, oh, interesting. All right, so then there's genealogy for you as well. So it's been passed down through the genealogy. We want to clear that as well as much as possible for you. Big deep breath. This is a lot. So everyone holds space for her. We're going to hold her in love and we're going to clear all of this. And then we're going to rebalance you as best we can. And tune in for the group process because this will help more integration. All right, so here we go. Shamba pekishi kikwe tataku, shamba kikishi kikua vere, ambalalalogo goesha de kitife shikikudu de gushave, hombegage, ambegage, ambegagoe, ambegagoe shogagoe, ambegaku alalalu. All right, so and then we're balancing to the tailbone. So tailbone is about balance. And when we had tails, that's how we balanced. All right, so more. We're clearing more for everybody, clearing more. Okay, better. So there's a shift for you. More, more, more. So then we ask your high self, the part of you, the divine knower part of you, show me, tell me, teach me, bring information to me in ways that are absolutely right for me that I can understand. What is this pain? What is it here to teach me? Shampakuku ambakaki shetetekoe. Lololo, lololo, lololo. Okay, so when it has to do with joints, right? So it's like we're greasing the joints. Right? So a squeaky door like that, we have to lubricate it. So we're going to work with that energetically. Joints are chakras. So tapping into the higher meaning of what that is. I'm bringing that knowing, that feeling, that okay, back into your body there. See, that's better. All right, I am here, I am now, I am. And integrate. Yeah. So what happens when we have pain in the body? It's very hard to stay in the body. And then we get spacey and we get unfocused, and then we have a hard time making things move, manifesting. Mm-hmm. So coming back into this now moment. So now bringing your energy and attention and focus down your legs and down your feet, and traveling deep, deep, deep into the earth, into that sweet spot. That's exactly where your place, where you feel the most grounded, supported, attuned, aligned. There's wisdom when we ground as well. When we ground into the earth is sharing. There's creation keys and codes. Like it's another way of getting information. So imagine you're sitting under a big old tree. Could be a redwood, a big tree with a very extensive root system going down very deep and horizontally, huge, and draw in the sustenance from the earth. Sometimes our body needs a specific mineral. So we allow, you can say, I allow.
Wow.
So yes, and I think we're going to download some minerals for you as well. Your body's lacking electrolytes, minerals. So we just ask for balance with that as well. There we go. So more and more and more, everybody ground deep. It's easier to be in your physical body if you're grounded. There we go. And come back. I am here. I am now. I am. So bringing that earth energy, everybody, into your body, into your being. So coming all the way up through the earth, all the way up your legs, all the way up your body to the top of your head, down your arms to the tips of your fingers. There we go. Big deep breath, moving that energy in and around and through all of who you are, all the way down to the cellular level, atoms, molecules. There we go. And for some of you, you're shifting already. Say, oh, okay, I'm going to shift more into what I want to create for my future. So that feels very light. There we go. So divine balance and harmony. Yes. When we come to this place of yes, that feels good, that feels right, that looks right, that sounds right, right? Whatever your psychic sense is, I know it. I know it's awesome. That's when we know. There we go. All right, so we're going to let that run for you for about 36 hours.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You helped everybody.
Thank you. I'm glad I could help. I'm sure other people have the same issues, but I'm glad I could help everybody. That's my main intention.
Yes.
It's beautiful. And it
Very
did.
Good.
I really felt it this time jolting through my body. I haven't felt energy for a while. And all of a sudden, this just like somebody just pushed it right through, like a plunger.
Wow.
It was
well, you did that. You did that. I just made the suggestion.
Yeah. I felt the light line that really vibrated through my body, really intense.
Yeah.
It was like a bolt of lightning was going through.
Yeah, wow. It's probably the fastest way to move things is with the light language. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was all on the left side. It just started and just bolted through right down to the ground.
Awesome.
That was cool. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
And the body a little more connected now, and it feels better.
Yeah. And the other thing you can do too is if more pain comes up, is you can move it down into the earth. Or move the earth energy up into the pain. Either will work.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I've learned something new today that I could help myself. And we do have a big maple tree right outside our front door. We have a lot of trees and 23 rose bushes. So
Wow.
I think I was told to just go out there and stand there for a while and feel nature.
That would be wonderful too. Sure. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. Just stand by and say, okay, now work your magic.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And blessings to you. And also, Monisset, thank you very much for calling on me. And lots of love to both of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope I helped everybody else on the call.
Yeah.
I only wish them the best also.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so.
Yeah. Help me too.
Thank you.
Yeah, sending you much love, and also thank you, Donna, for the healing and guidance. We have a feedback from Vivian. Yes, I love writing. It's so much fun. I smiled and laughed when you spoke light language. Thank you from my heart.
Aw, you're welcome.
Beautiful. And
Beautiful.
yeah, we will take more questions in a few minutes. And just before that, I would love if you can tell us about the program you are offering. So it includes 2 packages. The first one has 17 recordings and 8 bonus recordings, and the second one include the first package plus 30 minutes one-on-one personal session. So yeah, so everyone, I invite you to follow us on the page yourdivineuniqueness.com/Donna, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Donna, DONNA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page, the link also on YouTube video description, and I will put it on the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. So yeah, so Donna, I would love if you can tell us about this program.
Okay, I actually have to bring it up. I got very excited about creating recordings, and then that was quite some time ago, so I'm just going to take a look myself. How do you spell uniqueness now? Oh my goodness. I'm really quite out there, and so then I lose the ability to speak, to function in the physical. Let me just take a look. Okay. So anyway, some of these are spiritual clearings and healings. It's basically three different areas. So the spiritual work is around working with the chakras, and then we move into, I still can't bring it up. So, and then we move into the body and work with the body and the body energies, and especially specific organs, because our bodies are upgrading as well. And people a lot of times don't look at what's going on in my body, right? My body also has to upgrade. It's not just the emotional body. It's not just getting spiritual insights. We have to come back into our body in order to ascend. So there's that element of it as well. So very important. So I included, it's not a complete package, but definitely those are the key areas for a lot of folks, like digestion, things like that, that are most affected right now. And then there was a third area. I included money because that's a big thing for everybody. Right. So I had a little money program. I wanted to include it for people to help them as well, because all of that is changing. The way we understand money and the way we even interact with people in order to give and receive money is changing. It's becoming more heart-centered. And this is part of the uncertainty as well. So that's also, so again, looking All right, so deep healing. These are pretty, I put in some pretty good descriptors here for people, especially manage your stress as much as possible. And there's a couple here for that. Strengthening your body. Now we want to balance the gut biome. This is very linked into depression. All our feel-good hormones like serotonin, just about all of it is created in our large intestine. So I included a recording for that, and if you listen over time, it will start balancing out. And if this is for anyone who especially is struggling with anxiety or depression, that's a piece of it. It's not the whole thing, right? And then we balance and upgrade all our organs, circulatory, respiratory, the genealogy of stress patterning. This is a pretty important clearing, this one here. What if we clear the genealogy of our stress patterning, everything's going to start to balance a lot better. And clearing chakra trauma, right? So these are all pretty specific. Chakra system purification. This is a very long one. It's like 48 minutes. This one you maybe do once a week and see what happens, right? So clear communication. So when this is on all levels, every cell in our body wants to communicate with every other cell in our body. It gets that specific. So it's opening up communication. And of course, we want to communicate with our high self and get more information from, the God energy, the wisdom. Attracting your gifts, that's a really nice one. So these are all opening to receive. Again, this is another one. It's a lot of us are, we give and give and give, but we don't receive. We have to learn to balance that. That's very important. Clarity and next steps, that will really help. And then these are the bonuses, of course, around money. Meet your high self, abundance and prosperity. These are all, that was a package I did some time back. And then Mary Magdalene, I included that because just I wanted people to have a taste of, I'm working more with her energy as well, to have a taste of, so she is a feminine Christ energy. Very powerful. And I didn't want to put any descriptors on that one because I wanted people to have their own experience. And then, of course, attracting your soul family. So this just makes so many of us feel like we don't belong. So it's important too that you have folks around you that get you, that are there to support you, that kind of thing. So you feel at home on the planet, because there's, we're not us light, our star seeds. We're not into reality television, and it's not interesting for a lot of us, right? So we're not part of the collective. We're more working at much higher levels, and we need to connect at that level as well, right? So and then package B is a 30-minute one-on-one session, and that's where we can really help people. So if they need a DNA clearing, we can do that. If their body needs healing, we can work with that. I've got a lot of different skills and abilities around those areas. So I look into your field and we start moving. And usually what happens is when people come to me is the energy starts moving almost right away. We'll have some discussion because we want to create a partnership with each of you so that when we work together, you're on board with it. And, we're connecting in that way so we can both experience what's going on. And then we do some integration as well. It's very important. I work a lot with the body energy. When we make these changes, we want to integrate them into your body, wherever that is in your body, right? For some of it can be anywhere in the body, thymus gland, upper, any of that, solar plexus, so that those changes will integrate and you will have them, they will stay, right? So we don't just do a bunch of clearing and stuff. There'll be downloads, there'll be latent sound codes coming in. We'll do some soul retrievals. There's a lot of different things we can do that are specific for you to pull your energy back into your body, into your being, so you're more aligned with your soul consciousness, with that divine spark of who you are. Right? That's the focus of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Donna, for both the
You're welcome.
one-on-one session and the recordings package. And like from my experience with you, I really loved the sessions I had with you, several ones, and like from the guidance, the clarity I got, and also the healing, it was quite powerful. And also I'm grateful that you are offering the recordings for those who wants to have like it's like I see them like companions that can support us in our path, and I feel these are recordings that we can use not only once but over and over again as we move in our path. So thank you very much, Donna.
You're welcome. I listen to the recordings.
Yeah.
I listen to them. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
If I can't get clarity, if I can't break through, I'll listen to one of my recordings. And why? And this is for everybody, all you healers here. The sound of your own voice is the most powerful of any voice you will hear. And you will notice often that when inspiration or information comes through, it's in your own voice. It will feel right, it'll look like right, it'll sound right. So this is why I listen to my own recordings. And everybody, I mean, you can all make recordings and listen to them. It's and even if it's affirmations, just say, I align with this, insert, intention here, right? You can do that, play with that. It's very powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Donna. And so yeah, again, everyone, you can sign up for one of these two packages on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Donna, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Donna, DONNA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. And yeah, Vivian Sherrod, thank you, Donna, and your divine light team of blessings. Vanessa,
thank you.
Thank you, Monsef and Donna. And can we continue with the questions?
Oh, absolutely. So, and if people would like some healing, that would be awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Renee, she wrote, I feel more out of my body now. Not sure why.
So what's the thing you're resisting the most? This is for everybody. What's the thing you're resisting the most? Show me in ways that I can understand. We ask for clarity in this now moment. It's a big deep breath. So we just want, that's moving. I see it moving for her. Right, so from her head down her back. So there's movement there. All right, so that whole element of grounding is very important. Because what happens, our soul self goes, oh my God, it's this, and then it's this, and oh my God, and it's this. And we start making a lot of connections at really high levels. That's awesome. Now ground it. So it's part of integration for you, and we're going to do more integration for everybody. I think with a group process, Monsaf, are we doing one today?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll integrate you more with that as well.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Did she just comment?
She wrote grief making me cry. And also it's she said it's maybe related to a question she wrote earlier. She was on a crystals store, and the owner told her that she is not grounded.
Oh, Well, crystals will make you really ungrounded very fast unless you go, unless you carry around a lot of like red rocks, citrine, right? It's like if I want to go out in La La Land, I go to a crystal store. Right? So not unusual at all. So we're going to ask that she come into her heart more. Yeah. So it's safe to be here and now. Show me in ways that I understand that being in the physical is safe. It really comes up like that. So that's looking like, maybe some family of origin stuff there where there's some trauma or some difficulty there with that. That will definitely keep you out of your body. Right? So that's a type of healing that we can do. The other thing to help ground is, wear red socks. So you want to wear red from the navel down. So red underwear, red or orange, right? So carry orange and red carnelian, red rocks, whatever ones are called to you. Even you can go, so citrine, I would say don't go for any of the crystals right now. Go for the more mineral, red, orange, yellow, tiger eye. You can carry them around in your pocket. Yeah. I was so ungrounded that I found a bag of red jasper for like $3 in a big department store that, just over in the corner. It was like 3/4 of a pound of red. What was that telling me? Well, not grounded, right? So red jasper, very nice for grounding. And it's balancing too. It doesn't just ground, it's very balancing. But for you, and then so we're clearing her crown chakra a little bit. For you, it's to clear that trauma that's stopping you from feeling safe in your body. Yes, I have a lot of that, very common, if there's big stuff going on. So I hope that helps.
Yeah. Shiros, I was just going to ask about red jasper. Thank you.
Yeah, lovely.
Beautiful. Yeah, Shiros, it does. Thank you so much. So thank you, Renee, for your question, and also thank you, Donna, for the guidance.
You're
and
welcome.
We have Amy. Can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. So far this has just been so beautiful. I feel like I'm guided here and love your light language, and I feel like I've already been helped so much, but I was asking for maybe some clearing. I'm a massage therapist, but I'm getting older and it's getting very hard on my body, and I feel very, like I'm draining my energy all the time. So I've been trying to figure out a way to work more with energy and art and things that bring me joy, but I'm having a hard time connecting to that and believing that I can do that for a living.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So part of it is you're taking on other people's stuff when you massage them, right?
Right. I feel
There
that
is that
strongly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there are, like, I remember my chiropractor, he had some kind of protective wrist bands. This is a lot of years ago, but because he said, so I don't take on people's energy, because he got very deep and personal with all of us. So he wasn't afraid to go, go into the darkness with people at all. And for anyone that's doing that kind of work, it's really important not to take on other people's stuff. So you can find protective, even crystals, like get a gemstone bracelet. Let me think. That could assist you. Also, I would suggest for you the flower essence yarrow. So it comes in pink, yellow, or white. They all basically do the same thing. It can also be called an environmental. I have a bottle of it here. This is very good for people who take on other people's stuff. Yarrow, flower essence. Yeah.
Could you spell that for me, please?
Yarrow.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yarrow. And the company is Flower Essence Society, I think. FES. But you can buy it off Amazon. That's where I got mine. It's a flower
Okay.
essence. It's not an essential oil. You take it
Okay.
under the tongue like a homeopathic. The instructions are on the bottle. So this is a very good one for everyone. Highly recommend. I mention this often to clients. When I used to live in Calgary, I used to love to go to the big shopping malls back before COVID, when people were out and about and everybody had money. Very congested, and it used to, very, very difficult for me. When I took Yarrow, I had a nice, enjoyable day, and I was just in flow. It was great, right? So it really works. So you can try that. I think you take it 3 or 4 times a day. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then your other question was around, doing other things to serve. And I, because you have a lot of gifts that are kind of, it looks like latent. So we will play with that in the group, opening up our gifts more. And I also invite you to work with me if you feel called as well.
Yes,
that's
I actually do. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. So because that, even as we're talking, we're opening up your third eye. That's an area for you, so you can see more. So we'll continue with that for you and everyone.
Thank you.
Because we all want more clarity on our gifts, right? So yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yay. All right. Thank you.
I've been told that a lot, and I just don't feel it. But yeah, I'd love to have that clarity. Thank you. I look forward to the session.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. Thank you, Amy. And also thank you, Donna, for
you're welcome.
the support. And I was asked to write the flower remedy name. Can you please say it again? I don't remember.
Yes. So Yarrow, maybe someone can type it in the chat.
Yeah,
Yarrow. So YARROW. The company it's just FES is what's on the bottle. So Flower Essence Society, FES. And pink, yellow, or white, doesn't matter. They all work. Or there's even an environmental formula. So this originally was created for when Chernobyl happened. It was to help people from taking on radiation. So this will help with a lot of different things besides taking on other people's stuff, right? It was created for that. But I mean, it's a, it should be in my opinion, every empath should have a bottle of this with them always. Yeah.
Beautiful. And I have a question regarding the group process. How long do you need for it?
Let's see. I would love 20 minutes, but however you feel. Okay.
So maybe it's the time to do the group process.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. So again, this happened once before. I feel there's one more question. Yeah, I feel there's one more question from someone.
We have more questions, like 5 more. Let me. Okay, I will read this one from Ina. I would love a healing to walk with ease and grace again.
All right. So,
yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, Donna.
Hi. Okay, there we go. Now I get it. So so the group comes together for a specific purpose and a specific reason, and this group is unique. They all are, in that we all came through to share with each other. So, what is your question? Let's work with you a little bit on this.
Healing, walking with ease and grace.
Okay, so more divine flow. So we're just going to move the energy for everyone. All right, so we're going to clear. This is for you specifically, and for everyone else who wants a vision of their life and they can't quite get there. But for you specifically, it's we have to open up your crown area in there and what you came here to do so that you feel motivated toward doing that. All right, so we're going to speak into that for you. Shimpikiki shugugu shinkaku lalalo shandere kegage shikakue shimpikikue kapu. I'm going to clear that out. So I am safe here in this place. I come back into my body. It's very much about, things are going to get hard if we're out zooming around the universes, or if we become distracted, or if a stressor comes up. It's really important to work with stress every day so you feel balanced as much as you can. As much as you can, right? So coming back, I'm here, I am now, I am. So anything that's distracting, we want to clear that. It's really crown chakra for you. More and more and more. I invite grace and ease into my life. Show me, teach me how to walk with flow in the divine flow. There we go. Yeah. And that's also, so if you buy the package, the little Mary Magdalene is like 7 or 8 minutes. That's a really powerful recording, especially for us women folk that feel disconnected. It can really help with that. And a lot of other things. Like I didn't want to say too much about it, but for you, that one would be a really nice one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's a great blessing. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Matza.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ina. Much love. Beautiful. Thank you, Donna. And yeah, so can we start the group process?
Absolutely. So notice, everyone, from that last little bit of stuff we did, how peaceful it got. That's the gift she brought for everyone. And tapping into. Because these energy processes aren't necessarily really powerful. They're more quiet. Why? Because the infinite oneness is in the void and it's quiet. And as Kenji used to say, the silence so loud it roars. It's both, because it's all of it and none of it. Right? That's the mystery of the void. So we get to tap into that and play with that today. All right. So everybody, as you're ready, we begin by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose, deep into the belly, and long, slow exhales out the mouth. Shampepeki shokokue titiku, lo 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 go goeshi, dandedege. Second breath as you're ready, in through your nose, deep into the belly. Long, slow exhales out. I am here. I am now. I am. Yo la 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 go go ge. Yo la 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 go kokushe te te kiki. Ombala la lo go go to. So we're focusing, we're bringing our energy down into the lower back and into that tailbone area right now. Always in this now moment. Take a deep breath. So feeling the energies moving in your legs, getting the body accustomed to grounding. So when we're opening up communication as well. There we go. Better. All right. So everyone, you can put your hand on your heart. Shumbara kuguke. So I'm going to tone into the heart chakra, into your chest area to move the energy, to open it up. So big, deep breath. Medical, medicam, medical, yogoko, yadage, yogogo, everyone remember to breathe. Say, I allow. The energy will move on its own. Megagu, lololoko, lololoko, warago, jiviki shikuku. I give myself permission to receive. Wekikuishakukuwe. Donde kukukisho. Lokapikishikiki tokowe. Okay, so we're moving into the high heart. So that's right in your center of your chest. It's your thymus. So this will be a little bit higher of a toning. Indikuku, indikuku. Okay, everyone, big deep breath. This moves energy very quickly. Shempekiki koko lololo koko etutuki, jungukuku juve kukulalalo, ambere kugue shakaki, ambeke kuku shututuku ve kuku, wamba kakoe shutataku. I call all my soul parts, all my soul fragments back to me right here, right now. Shempepeki shikugu, shakpepeki shikiku duduku. So everyone, seeing, sensing, knowing, feeling that we're moving through all those incarnations of yours, all through time, space, dimension, reality, and finding those parts of you that have been left behind. So in time, space, they are left behind. So we're gathering all of them up in all dimensions, in all frequencies, seeing them come together now, and we're pulling them toward you. So there's a magnetic frequency, and as they come closer into your field, there is a gigantic pyramid of golden light with the capstone activated. This is a healing pyramid. We invite all your soul fragments to come into this place, to be healed, to be aligned, to bring in the wisdom from those experiences so we don't need to repeat them again. Yombeke kusho kukue fifiki, shompeke kusho tutuku, and receiving the wisdom, becoming activated, seeing, feeling, sensing, knowing that these soul fragments bring in creativity, inspiration, excitement. This will help people be stronger in their physicalness, will help you on your journey to bring more flow, more grace and ease. And as these soul fragments are healed, becoming brighter and lighter, more activated, more attuned, we see them now leaving the pyramid and coming into your body. So entering into your fields, all of who you are in this now moment, integrating right here, right now. So coming in, some will come in to the center of your chest. So take a deep breath. And if it's too much for right now, they're coming into your field. So they're broadcasting information so that you can integrate them when the time is right. So I know when I'm ready to receive all of my gifts. There we go. So, and we're going to clear and open up areas so that you can bring them physically into your body with grace and ease. Lo pipiki shukuku, shopipikuje, lola de kigigi shoda de gue, lamba gaguja babage, lava bigu shukuku tutukuje. So this is on all languages, in all dimensions, in all realities. There we go. So we are marvelous. We have universes in our fields. There we go, coming in. Some will go into the second chakra. Okay, good. So some folks may feel a bliss hit as this comes in. Okay, big deep breath. So now we're going to open up the feet chakras and we're going to work in the cells of the feet. So everything in our feet, so skin, joints, muscles, bones, ligaments, tendons, feet and ankles. Opening up. I walk the earth with grace and ease in this place, in this sacred place on the earth. There we go. I align. I attune. All right, big deep breath. And then we're going to clear up our chest. So this has to do with loss and grief. We also want to clear the upper respiratory. So this is the lungs. So you want to open up the lungs to receive more oxygen. Okay, big deep breath. Shombe Gagu. So there's frequency and vibration in the lungs. So we want to tune into that. We want to turn on your healthiest vibrational frequency for your lungs, for taking in oxygen and letting go of carbon dioxide. Yeah, there we go. Better, more. So we want to bring in this template of your highest soul blueprint for optimal functioning of your physical body. Tuning into that. You can receive that in your hand chakras as well. People are mostly activated there. And then attuning into the lower back. So again, this is balance. There we go. And then that attunes us back into the earth. More, more, more. I am here. I walk my path with grace and ease. I allow pain and discomfort, especially in my physical and all my energy bodies, to now clear into the earth. Big deep breath. I allow. And I receive the higher frequencies and vibrations when I breathe deeply in through my lungs, deep into my belly. And releasing on the out breath, clearing stresses and tensions, aligning more and more into that divine soul blueprint. There we go. All right. So now everyone see, sense, know, and feel that there's a big party going on. So you're entering this beautiful circle of divine light. You may see, feel, sense different colors. So I'm seeing some aqua, there's some pinks, there's some golden light energies, and noticing how they're moving. Are they effervescent? Are they kind of tingly? Do they feel that way? Do they look that way? And as we enter into this sacred circle, who's there? So we invite Mary Magdalene and Yeshua. So these are the Christed counterparts, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. We invite our high selves. We invite all those who love us, support us, want to teach us, want to learn from us, the ancestors, want to play and laugh and celebrate with us. So feeling into that, seeing that, knowing that we are here. The party's now. This is a celebration of oneness. We are here to share and encourage and uplift and support. We are here to learn and create. We are here to work together in unity. We are here to bring our gifts to the world in bigger, better, more exciting, more fulfilling ways. And there may be music playing as well. So we let you play and dance in these energies, and we'll sing and tone into this space so you get optimal fun, love, laughter, play, and tuning into those pleasure spots in your fields. It's okay to have fun. Lola coco ambareke we la la lo attuning more and more. We la lo we la lo we la lo. Yo yeah yeah yo yeah yeah yo yeah yeah. You are loved for who you are, exactly where you're at, completely and unconditionally loved. Lo 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 yo lo lo la lo yo veo ye te ke ye wa la lo le yo yo ye yo wa la lo ku wale kishibi. And all these beautiful beings are clearing each other's distortions, blockages with love. So feeling, seeing, sensing, and knowing that this is going on. We can feel it in our bodies, in our bones, in our hearts. Yambagako Lambagako Miracle and we learn to receive a little bit more and a little bit more. So big deep breath. Clearing our paths of whatever is stopping us. Clearing our paths of anything that's stopping us from experiencing more flow, more grace and ease in how we live our lives as we step forward on our journey. And then we take some time to interact with the beings here in this magical circle. And there could be unicorns, there could be dragons, there could be robins or other kinds of birds. So notice who's there, dolphins, So we take some time now to experience and interact with those beings here in this beautiful place where we're celebrating our own journey toward light. And as we explore and interact, we're also being given by little elves and fairies our gifts. They're giving us gifts. They may be wrapped with ribbons and bows on them, with flowers on them, so very light. So we'll give you a few moments now to receive gifts and to interact with the beautiful beings, those that you feel called to interact with at this time. So big deep breath. I allow. Shampakakusho kokue titiki. Shampakakusho be papalalalo. Jindiriki chukuku. Jindiriki kokoshe. Shampapakushe tituku. La 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 lo. La 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 lo. I invite more joy, more love, more laughter, more play, more enjoyment, more creativity. Lola lo, lola lo kokoe. Lola la kuko shokoko. So, and as we play in this beautiful high energy, we feel also that many different energies that are not for our highest good are falling away, dissolving in this magical place. And you can say silently or aloud, I agree. Or you can say yes, taking in the energy of yes. Ompeke kushokukue fefe, lepepe kishotutuku, yombeke gishekikuve. Feeling your divine guidance coming in very powerfully. This knowing that you are loved and protected, and that you can create whatever you want, whenever you want. That when you bring your gifts to the world, people will receive them and be excited about them and share with you and enjoy with you and support you. And you can say, I agree. And take a big deep breath. So now we see the sacred circle starting to dissolve. We see all these beautiful beings, feel them, sense them, see them now returning to their place where they walk their sacred path with grace and ease. And we take in all the experiences from our ancestors, from the birds and animals, from the higher beings, from Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, into our hearts, into our souls, into the truth of who we are, knowing that they're integrating on deeper and deeper levels. So we balance the body front to back, left to right, up to down, balancing all the bodies, all your energy bodies, moving these energies now as the circle dissolves, taking all your experiences and your gifts, your insights, your understandings, all the joy, love, laughter, play, all of it into the cells, into the organs of your body, into all your fields. into the atoms and molecules. In this now moment, moving through all time, dimension, space, reality, integrating on all levels. So we're going to clear the eyes for greater vision. Open the third eye for greater vision. Open the heart for greater wisdom and understanding. Connecting, attuning, aligning, taking all that is needed now for you from your divine soul blueprints, moving that in and around and through all of who you are. And take a deep breath. And we invite you now to become more aware of the sound of my voice, aware of your breath at the tip of your nose. You may open your eyes, becoming aware of your surroundings, noticing where your body is, what it feels like into this now moment. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Awake, aware, right here, right now. Attuned, focused, content, balanced. We thank you for playing in these energies. We send our blessings. We send our love. Namaste. Shokoku shokoku lalalo. Nansef, how was that?
Yeah, it was very beautiful. It's beautiful energy. It brought a sense of peacefulness, and especially when we were saying yes or agreeing of about receiving support, and yeah,
Nice.
also like feeling of being more grounded. So yeah, thank you very much, Donna.
You're welcome.
And everyone, we would love to hear your feedback. You can type it on the chat. And Linda Sherrod, thank you so much, Donna. Rebecca, thank you. Beautiful, easy, and powerful. Annette, thank you so much. I feel so much more at peace.
Nice.
Beautiful. Carol, that was so peaceful. Thank you so much, Donna. Yeah, so yeah, Donna, thank you so much for the process, for everything you shared today. It was very, very inspiring. We loved the call. And also thank you for the support you offer to our callers. So yeah, thank you again.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Beautiful. And Tina wrote, thank you, Donna. Yawning in beginning and feeling so calm.
Beautiful.
Amy, so beautiful. Vanessa, wow, Donna, that was amazing. Thank you so much. I've been struggling with twitchy legs recently. Hopefully that will calm them down, as it felt very clearing. Beautiful.
Hey, Vanessa, sorry, I just wanted to mention magnesium bisglycinate will often help with something like that. It's one of the most important minerals we can take for our physical body, magnesium. Yeah, so she may want to feel into that and see if that's right for her, if that looks right or sounds right for her.
Yeah, she wrote, thank you, Donna.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Renee, I feel more grounded and tall. Wondrous. Thank you both so much. Beautiful.
I love that. It's when we come into our higher self, when we attune into that, we do feel taller. It's like we become bigger, energetically bigger and taller, for sure. I love that.
Yeah. Beautiful. Vivian, thank you both and all of you. Beautiful. So yeah, everyone, thank you very much for being here with us today. Thank you for the comments, the questions, and your presence, your energies, whether on the live call or on replay. And again, you can sign up for the program, one of the 2 packages that Donna is offering to us, on the page yourdivineuniqueness.com/Donna, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Donna, DONNA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page, the link also on YouTube video description, and the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And yeah, so with that, everyone, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next call. Bye for now.
Thank you, everyone.